Evaluate the expression and answer in rectangular form. Nice. This is one where you definitely want to keep in polar form, bring that exponential in, and then put it into rectangular form. If I convert this to polar form right now, I'd have to deal with a cubic. Okay, so I'd have to deal with something like looks like this, like some real part plus some imaginary part, and then to the power of 3, which means I have to do FOIL a whole bunch of times, right? I have to do real plus the imaginary times real plus the imaginary times real plus the imaginary, right? So that's as gross as heck. So this is where I want to keep it like this. And you want to use the rule that a, b to the power of n, it just comes inside. But this is one term. There's no additions. There's multiplications in there. It becomes a to the n, b to the n. Okay, so that's what we're going to use right now. So we're just going to call this guy z, and we're going to solve this guy. So it's going to be 2 to the power of 3 times e, I over 2, to the power of 3. Okay, now we have to use another rule there. The other rule there is going to be a to the power of n to the power of m is equal to a to the n to the m. Okay, you multiply them. When you're to the power, you multiply them down like that. So that's going to be no problem right there. So this guy's going to be equal to 8 e to the 3I over 2. Boom, done. Oh, no, we're not done yet. Let's put it in rectangular form. Okay, so let's put it on our grid here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. There's I, there's real. And now we're going to put this guy down. So it's going to be 8. And how big is this thing? It's 1.5. Well, that's pretty much straight up, actually. I have to check that out. Because I know that this distance here, right there, that is pi, right? That's 180 degrees, or pi in radians. That's what we're dealing with, is in radians. So what's pi? Pi divided by 2 is, what is that? Oh, pi divided by answer. Pi divided by 2, bro. 1.57. So that means that this angle here, right here, is 1.57, and I'm only going 1.5 because 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So my angle is right there. Boom! Right there. Real shallow. Okay? So there's that one. Getting a little confused. I'm going to cross that guy out. I'm going to call this guy right here 3 over 2. Okay? Or 1.5. That's the angle. What's the distance? The distance is 8. Okay, so now I have to figure out my x distance, and I have to figure out my y distance. Okay, so let's figure that out. So x is equal to 8, and my distance is measured from here, so it's the adjacent one. So yeah, so it's going to be cosine of 1.5. And the y will be equal to 8 sine of 1.5, because it is the opposite, right? From this angle here, it's the opposite, 1.5. And now we're going to run. So 8 times cosine of 1.5 is equal to 0.565, and 8 times sine of 1.5 is equal to 7.9. Wow, 799. Let's just call it 7.8, or 9.8. And does that make sense? Yes, y is way larger than this little dinky x over here, so that's good to go. I like it. So z is going to be equal to the 0.57 plus 7. Do I want to write down 8? Oh, okay, let's do it. 8.0. I'm going to put the 0, okay, just to tell everyone that I did measure that accurately. I. Okay, there it is right there. Boom. There we go.